Sup chumps, Tobey Maguire here. Subscribe to GFan 912 to be part of the G family, or I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
So, last week I saw No Way Home the third time, and it was pretty good. It was pretty decent. So the first two times that I saw it, was obviously the original theatrical version. So the third time is, of course, the extended cut. So that's kind of interesting. It's cool. So they still got some things wrong which they weren't supposed to, but I really like it though. Like, I really like the new scenes nonetheless. Like, they're pretty good, so let's just get it out of the way. And before we begin, I just want to give out a spoiler warning to anybody who hasn't seen the movie yet. So yeah, you've been warned. And also, there might be some scenes that I might not remember, so I guess that's one way for you guys to avoid spoilers, but still, you gotta get out of here. So here we go. So before the movie started, there's like a little video of Tom, Andrew, and Toby giving out, a speech on how the movie was a huge hit in the first place, like, during that Zoom call or whatever. And it was pretty good. Like, it was, I kind of liked it. Like, it was pretty heartwarming to see my man Toby in there. Yeah. Now this is where the more fun stuff starts. Tom's Peter gets arrested for killing Mysterio. The interrogation scene was extended. Like I said, I don't remember too much, but I think it had something like evidence, like, of them showing that Peter was dressing as Spider-Man or something like that, like in the black suit, or something like that. But it's kind of cool. That's pretty much the first deleted scene on there. So in one of Peter's school days, people were chanting Peter to climb on the wall, and so he did, which is not a spoiler. I mean, it's already shown in the TV spot, so yeah, no surprise. But one of the coaches was like, "That sticky bastard," or something like that, which is pretty funny. Pretty much, I really like that. It's pretty cool. But then when he was walking out of the gym, people were like, still trying to ask him questions, getting in his way, and Flash still showing off his Flashpoint books. There was like a scene where Betty Bryant interviews Peter and everyone who knows Peter, or pretty much some of the people at least. It was pretty good, it was pretty interesting. Like, you guys remember the scene in the news where, Spider-Man gets green paint poured on him, like, by one of the people. Like, also because, Harry Holland, Tom's brother, was like one of the robbers, like, that was trying to rob the store, but, he captured him, and one of the people was like, "Oh, okay, hey, dude, like, come on, he's just a kid," or whatever. And one of the dudes was like on Peter's side, so it's pretty funny. And Harry kept like hanging, dangling over there. It's just hilarious. And also, when Peter, MJ, and Ned are in Doctor Strange's lair, they were setting up the computer, making a table for it. There's like a little montage scene for that, but this time it was longer. Like, it had some cliche parts in there. For example, like, there was like a little diorama set of Doctor Strange's house, and there was like a mini Doctor Strange in there. Like they literally just saw that. Like, that was pretty dumb, but okay, I guess it's okay. They also replaced the music in there, because there's also like some different sounds and like different music and some different audio in there. After the Daily Bugle news was like on and stuff like that, there was also a part in that scene, like in the news, where one of the construction workers explained that he witnessed Spider-Man and Sandman, fighting Electro and stuff like that. That really got, Jameson confused. And, that was kind of cool. That felt kind of real, that was pretty cool. I said that twice, but it was great. Kind of liked it. So after Peter, May, and all the other villains went into the apartment, there was the elevator scene that was cut off in the first place that was added to this version, and it's pretty cool. And there was the scene where they enter, their own apartment, stuff like that, like while they were doing that. I think there was I think it was a meeting, with Happy and Matt or something like that. I think Happy saw a security footage of the villains walking in, and Matt was like, Happy, stop sweating and stuff like that. There's a part in the Statue of Liberty scene, the chat between Tom, Andrew, and Tobey. Andrew was like, I wish I could just go back in time and help Max, stuff like that, and Tobey was like, yeah, so they can have a second chance. Like right before Tobey started having his back problems.
My back.
And after Andrew said, oh, this is so cool, I've always wanted brothers, and he was like, hey, we should do this again, and Tobey was like, you got it. Which is not really a spoiler, it's, actually, part of a TV spot, like I said earlier. But they start talking about their web situation, and then there's a part where Tobey went on about how he shoots webs and how he had his web block, so it was pretty cool. Like it literally explained a lot more. And then, the part where they start talking about how they fought their villains. Tom, explained how he fought Thanos. Tobey was like, oh, I'm surprised that you fought an alien, like, it's just, like, natural or coincidental or something like that. I don't really know, I don't think he actually said it. That's where Andrew gets jealous. He was like, oh, I'm lame, because I fought a Rhino machine. And he was like, before Tobey calls Andrew amazing, he was like, oh, that's cool. And, Andrew was like, nah, no, it's not. But then this is where the final fight would begin. So it's kind of the same, it's not really extended like it was supposed to. There was some bits where, there was some different audio or edited audio where Electro was like, oh, hey, don't worry about me, I'll take care of myself, before zapping Andrew. When he said that, he literally had his TASM 2 voice filter, which is kind of stupid. The lizard had different roars. They weren't, screeches, they were more like hisses. Oh yeah. So the part where Andrew saves Zendaya's MJ, when he landed, it was the CGI was better. It definitely felt more real. But the disappointing fact about the battle in this version, they still never added Tobey versus Green Goblin. They had a second chance. Come on, Marvel. Why'd you lie to us? Why didn't you put that scene in? Why would you guys make an extended cut if you're not gonna add all the deleted scenes? That's the point of the whole movie. So, after the final battle ended with Tom curing the Green Goblin, convincing Doctor Strange to cast a spell to make everyone forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, with him hugging Tobey and Andrew, when he went to Ned and MJ, when they started crying about the spell, MJ was like, oh, if I forget, can you forget too? Can we forget together? Damn, that was just intense, man. That's just, that's what made the scene sadder with that line. There wasn't an extended part for the ending, where he makes his final suit and starts swinging around. That part wasn't extended. I mean, it's pretty cool though. Still a good ending. After the mid-credits, we get the Eddie and Venom scene. That wasn't extended, but we still got that instead of the Doctor Strange trailer. Instead, we got Betty Bryan. It was just a little montage video. I mean, that was the more fun stuff version, but they still didn't add, Topher Grace's Venom, Dane DeHaan's Green Goblin, the Rhino, and James Franco's New Goblin, they knew who Peter Parker is. They still got that wrong. They didn't add all the villains from the movies. Is it worth seeing? I guess so. I mean, I guess it's a little bit of a cash grab, but I don't really think it matters since the movie was a hit since day one. yeah, I pretty much recommend seeing it. I pretty much liked it. It was pretty good. Like, ever since the original cut for the movie came out, like, that's what pretty much got me into Spider-Man a little bit more. So it's cool, like, especially with my man Tobey showing up, like, it was great. Like, you know, obviously there were like some Easter eggs and references in there. Of course there were, so it really brought me back, you know, with everybody cheering for Tobey and Andrew's entrance. Really brought me back. It was amazing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.